This video is called Setting Up Your Table Tent. And in this tutorial, we'll be looking at file setup procedures and specifically how you will lay out your table tent project. So to begin, we're going to create a new document. Go to File, New Document, or Command N. Now you'll see this window pop up. Even though the table tent is a two-sided project, we'll be setting up this document as a single-sided print, as both sides are going to have the same content. Now, InDesign typically defaults to facing pages, but this is for multi-page documents such as books or newsletters that will have facing page content. So for now, we will uncheck this box. Now in the dimensions, let's make our file 4 by 6 inches. If your InDesign document is defaulting to a measurement of points, such as mine is right here, be sure to indicate inches in your dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4 inches by 6 inches. And now in our margins, this is a 1/2 inch margin. We can check that by putting 0.5 inches, and that is what we want to set. Now if your margins are defaulting to 1 inch, go ahead and change them to a 1/2 inch. Now notice that anytime you change your document settings, in the upper right you will be able to save these presets as a template in case you want to build the same type of file in the future. So let's go ahead and save this preset, and we're going to call it Table Tent. And hit OK. Okay, now you will see that this document preset did take that setting to Table Tent. So for now, we're going to leave everything else at its default settings, but feel free to play around with other settings and toggle the preview button to see what your document will look like. So you can toggle that here, and that's going to show you what your document will look like. Okay, so hit OK, and your new blank template will open for your table tent. Similarly to other programs in the Creative Suite, you have access to a variety of formatting tools. Now, without getting too overwhelmed, we can change our workspace based on the project we are working on. So for this project, let's click the upper right workspace and change it to the typography workspace. Now, you may have it may have been set to that already, or it could have been set to a different setting. So we want to go ahead, change it to typography. Now, it should take whatever workspace you had when you last closed your document and use that. So that might be why my typography one already came up. So again, typography workspace. This will give us access to all of our panels we will be using in this project and the rest of the restaurant projects such as layers, swatches, and character and paragraph styles. Based on the client you have selected, make sure you have your brand style guide available as you are working on your table tent. Now, when we set up this document, as I said, you may have noticed that your units of measure were not set to inches. This is something we'll want to officially change in the preferences before we move forward, as well as the other document preferences. So under your InDesign CC, let's go ahead and open up the preferences and first click on the General tab. This will open your preferences pane. Let's go right into Units and Increments. Under horizontal and vertical, this is where we will want to change the units of measure to inches. Next, under display performance, right here, we're going to change this default view to high quality. When you start placing in your graphics and images, you will want to be sure that you are seeing your file in high resolution. If you notice any issues in performance within your document, though, you may want to turn this back to typical display mode. But for now, high quality will work best. Remember that within these preferences, you can change your settings at any time. So even if you do not establish your document settings right when opening it, you will always be able to make these adjustments within your InDesign document. Since the table tent is the smallest artifact of our set for this project, we will not be setting up any columns yet. We will be focusing on placing our images and creating shapes and colors right within InDesign. In our upcoming tutorials, we will look further at how to set up our typography, character, and paragraph styles.